It's nearly 7 o'clock Friday morning. I believe this is day 18, and this is where I camped last night. It's freaking gorgeous. A little bit noisy with the birds now, but I gotta crest this Mamma Jamma pretty soon. But first I'm gonna have breakfast, do some stretches, and watch the sun pop up over my tent. Another day, another moment when I can't think of anything funny to say, or poignant, or wise, or really anything at all, because I just woke up a little while ago. So I will come back when I have better things to say, but I can't imagine much better things to show. I mean, that's just beautiful right there. Let's go have breakfast. I've been moving, everything's packed up, and I've been going for a little while, noticing that there's other campsites that might have had a little more room. I wouldn't have had to have a corner of my tent sticking in the path, but that's fine. I stopped when I stopped. I'm cool with that. I had a really cool sunrise. I'm sitting right in my tent and be able to watch it from the comfort of my sleeping bag. But it's a little windier up higher. Man, it was steep right after my campsite when I took off. Quite a jump up, as the map calls it here. But wind's blowing. It's a bit cold, but as long as I'm moving, I don't feel too bad. In fact, I'm even in shorts right now. Just have my socks pulled up to my knees and trudging along. Looks a little cloudier this morning, but I think that's supposed to clear off. Be like a high in the mid-70s. And I hope I can do at least 11 miles today. It's a lot of climbs though, so we'll see. Want to find out if I do it? Keep watching. Don't really care. Well, I guess there's plenty of other things on YouTube or this whole wide world that you can watch instead. So whatever the hell you want to do, do it. Just came back up from there. That's a Sassafras Gap shelter, and it's got a pretty good water source. So I used the amenities and found somebody sleeping in there, even though it's like, well, it's 11 now, and a fairly young lady named trail name Butt Chug. I never ever heard a name quite so unique. But yeah, the problem thing about Sassafras Camp Shelter is it is quite a climb down, which is easy going down, but man, you gotta come back up. It's just a pain in the ass. Luckily it's not too far off trail. But oh, the name reminds me of a couple YouTube channels of hikers who did their trek last year. So initially I discovered a channel called, pretty sure the channel was called Jess Hikes Trails, and Jess's trail name was Sassafras. So this shelter reminded me of that. It's a good channel. and she was hiking with a couple other people, two of whom also did their own recordings or videos of their hikes. And so I watched the other two after the others, and it's neat to watch three different people not just doing the same hike, but doing it together most of the time, and still having three distinctly different perspectives. It really shows that even when you're hiking with a group, you're still oftentimes able to hike your own hike. And those who struggle with that, I totally get it. But maybe that's why I don't really have a group that I hike with. I very much do my own thing. I always have. I do not live, and I have never lived, a normal life. So while everyone else is kind of glomming together in groups, I'm enjoying the fact that I'm on my own the vast majority of the time. There's still people that I encounter a lot, like Steve, whose name is Frisbee now, and what's his name? Ike, whose name is Magic now, and Walmart, who's way ahead now. But so yeah, Jess Hikes Trails, watch that one. Also, there's a channel, I think the channel's called Mel, and then in parentheses, Gadget. Gadget is one of the three that I watched in that group. She and Jess, or Sassafras, look almost like identical sisters. It's bizarre. They had no idea, they don't know each other, complete strangers before the trail, but they look ridiculously related. And the third one was a hilarious British guy named Soap, and his channel is called Adventures with Soap. So those three are highly recommended by me for different glimpses of how different people experience this same 2,198 mile trail. So keep watching me if you'd like, but also watch them if you have the chance. Holy shit.
Missed the wildfire yesterday.
I'm glad.
Got pretty big.
Look at the way look at the way the sun is just hitting that white blaze. How you doing there, brother? Keeping up? Good job. Very proud of you. Something's up there. I can't see it, but I heard it. I don't know. It sounded kind of big, but the forest acoustics can really play tricks with you. Sometimes it could be like a squirrel, but it sounds like a giant bear. I was working in Jersey when I was 19, and raccoons used to often just, traverse the woods in the middle of the night, but they are so loud. I remember coming home from a night off one night and walking back to my base camp, and I swore there was a bear just like traipsing through the woods slowly towards me. Because, there were bears then. We saw bears a number of times. So it was not out of the question at all. And, I've got my headlamp and I'm shining it all around. And I can't find the source of the noise. And just as I get to this cross between two paths, it comes like running out of the woods. And I freak out. And it's a fucking raccoon. And he looks at me and he freaks out. We both run the opposite directions. I was like, what the hell? I thought for sure that was going to be something really big. So, you can never really trust your ears in the woods, especially at night, but even during the day. It's one of the magical things about the wilderness, the forest. It's just kind of like its own, I don't know, it plays by its own rules, even in like natural rules, physics, all that cool stuff. Oh wow. It's all being held by that one branch. Well, okay, a couple branches right there. But still, that's going to come down at some point. Onward. And there he is. Our little brother keeps following us, tagging along. Moss shall inherit the earth. It's already trying to. Alright, closing in on 2 o'clock, and I just had lunch at Locust Creek Gap, or Locust Cove Gap, something like that. There were locusts in the name, at least. There's a nice open space, a couple of logs to sit on. But at one end of the gap were 2 men sitting there eating just snacks and stuff, and talking rather vulgarly about some girl who had hiked by earlier. I mean, they were pretty explicit in their comments. And then, as I'm starting my lunch, their wives come down from the hill and, bring an actual lunch. So it was some sort of a hiking lunch date for the men and their wives. And as soon as the women showed up, of course the men were prim and proper. And then they all prayed out loud over their food, very performatively. And then, as they were eating and talking, they would just sing hymns together as if it was casual and something they do all the time. And I'm thinking, man, what I wouldn't give to just have the chutzpah to tell these women exactly what these men were just saying before they showed up. And frankly, I do. I usually do have, the kind of, well, let's just say carelessness, where I would say something. But I knew the second I said something, those men would deny it and claim that I was, possessed by the devil and trying to ruin a godly relationship and blah, 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 blah. So I just said, fuck it. I'll finish my lunch, pack my stuff, tell them all to have a wonderful day, and hit the trail again. That's exactly what I did. I don't know if that's growth or just surrender or what, but fuck hypocrites. That's all I gotta say about that. Mount Possible. I would say it's more than possible. It's more than probable. Is done. I think I'm going to go to Brown Fork Gap. And that'll be the end of the day. Maybe. We'll see how I feel. I was reading it and I thought it said brown pork. I was like, I want some pork. I want some, really anything other than the food I've been eating for days. It's not bad, but I'm just now starting to get occasional taste back. Like I'll get a bite of something, and it'll be delicious for a second. Hey, butterfly. So now I just want, everything. I think it's kind of a challenging timing that I'm starting to get taste back right as I'm getting enhanced hiker hunger. Because now I'm just like, give me everything, give it to me now, and give me a bigger stomach because I can't hold it all in this tiny tummy. Oh, God, I'm hungry. And I just had lunch. Alright, down we go. At least 4 miles. I mean, not all of the 4 miles get me down, but you know what I mean. Let's go. Man, coming down into Stokoa Gap is one long-ass descent. Just keeps winding and winding. And it really, hey, white butterfly. Where'd you go? Anyways, as I was saying, it really gives you a clue of just how high you've climbed when you have to climb all the way back down, and it takes a long time. Climbing up takes a long time just because I'm slow as hell. Like my chest starts to hurt if I push too hard, so I really don't get a sense of how hard or how far I've climbed because it's all just freaking hard as hell on my heart. But I really finally get it put in perspective when I have to hike down from it, which is usually at a pretty good pace. But if it's taking a long, long time and still at a pretty good pace, that's really something. I do not know how much time I've spent on this, but I should be there pretty soon, I would hope. I hear cars, so that's a good sign, if you like cars. Oh yeah, when the party's over, the party's fucking over. Look at that. civilization just smacks you in the face with a giant machine. Several of them, in fact. Not even sure where the trail goes from here, but I'm sure it goes up. We'll find out. It's 4 o'clock. Came out of Stickhole Gap and had to climb really steep. Lots of stairs because of all the construction. It's been a long day. The warmest day on trail yet, I think. Or at least it feels like the warmest because there's not as much breeze this time. I think I got about 2 miles until a shelter. A little bit more to the water source. I don't want to go to the shelter, I want to go to the source. And then from there, probably find the first empty campsite on my own. Really hard day. Lots and lots of elevation. But I'm doing it. It's happening, people. Make peace with that. Because Farrell is on the trail until the end. Made it to Brown Fork Gap Shelter, but I'm passing it. There's a good water source in less than half a mile, and supposedly there's some camping near there too. So day's almost done, but not quite. Just a little more to go. My God, that was a hard climb and descent. So much steep in North Carolina, both directions, up and down. But yeah, it's an accomplishment, or it feels like an accomplishment when you do it. I don't know really what you're accomplishing, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, nobody's accomplishing anything. Literally nothing you do will ever change the universe. So my accomplishments are no better or worse than yours, because none of ours matter. Just enjoy, I guess.